Sleepwalking is a 2008 film directed by William Maher. It's written by Zac Stanford, and we have a cast including Nick Stahl, AnnaSophia Robb, Charlize Theron, Dennis Hopper, Woody Harrelson. It's because of Woody Harrelson that I became aware of the film, and he's not in it a tremendous amount, but we get a good amount of Woody Harrelson. And I read the description and thought this sounds like it could be quite interesting. And having now seen it, I can confirm that it is interesting, but it's really depressing. There's not really a lot of comic relief in this, and when you have a film that's just so miserable, I feel like, for me at least, maybe some people don't mind this kind of experience, but for me at least, there needs to be at least one moment of joy, or a couple of moments when things are just a little bit more hopeful, not necessarily positive, but where there's that hope. And I just never really felt that. And I don't want to say too much about what happens, but it's about a young girl called Tara, whose mother basically abandons her with her uncle James, and he has to look after her, but it's not an easy experience, and things just seem to go from bad to worse. And I found it to just be almost tedious. I don't want to say it's badly written, because if this is your kind of film, if you like films that are really, really miserable throughout, then I think it does a good job of that. And there may well be an audience for that. But for me, it was just a little bit too much. I will say it's probably quite realistic. It does feel like this could happen, which is a terrible thought, but it does feel believable, which works in the film's favour. I think for me, the thing that kept me watching it are the performances. In particular, AnnaSophia Robb did an amazing job with the character of Tara. Nick Stahl was great as James. Their performances really were brilliant, very convincing. So the narrative is well written, but I didn't necessarily enjoy the experience. There were scenes throughout it that I liked, absolutely, but I was wanting something. I just needed a bit more hope. I needed hope to carry me through the story a bit more, and I never really felt that. And the performances definitely make it more watchable than it perhaps could have been. So it's an interesting experience. I didn't love it, but I think they set out to do a specific thing and tell a specific story in a certain way, and I think they achieved that, so I can't really fault it. All I can say is that the mood throughout it didn't work for me. Again, on occasion, yes it did, but as a whole, I was just left wanting something else. It's definitely suspenseful at times. It's unpredictable at times. It is a well-written story. Just, it doesn't feel exactly like what I perhaps was expecting from certain moments. Great performances, though. Very well-written characters. Very believable story and characters as well. So, all things considered, I can't really fault Sleepwalking. There's not really anything wrong with it, but it wasn't quite right for me. But if it sounds like something that might work for you, if you're curious, absolutely check it out. It's not a bad film at all, but I personally definitely didn't love it.